Hey everyone, how you doing today? It's me, David, coming to you from my whiskey den here in Central Ohio. I hope you're having a good day. It's cold outside, yo. um, Today I wanted to been toying with this video for quite a while. How to do this subject, and so I figured let me just see what happens. Okay, so you get to, you have bourbon or whiskey, whatever, wheat whiskey, bourbon, and you kind of try to figure out when you get to a certain level of the bottle, like this Wild Turkey, to me, or maybe a little lower, maybe it's about a little bit lower than that. It kind of, towards the bottom of the bottle, at least for me, kind of, I don't know. It's not enjoyable as much as it was. Too much air. To me, when it gets to even, I think, this point on a lot of them, it gets kind of medicine-y tasting, and I just don't enjoy the bourbon in that bottle anymore. Or I might get to that point, it's like, I got this. I want to move on to something new, a new bourbon, open up something new. But then what do you do with that bourbon? Well, I've got these 3 bottles, 2 decanters, and a Larceny bottle. And I'm going to kind of share with you what I have started doing. And I've done infinity bottles in the past, but I'm kind of, that's not what these are, at least in my brain. This one may be, but these are kind of like I'm taking them and doing my own blends. So let's kind of get to it a little bit. I had a nice clean glass. I took someone's advice and got some Jet Dry for the dishwasher, and that was it. And let me just go through what I have. So kind of do the easiest first to tell you about, which is this. This decanter, I made kind of my high rye mash bill blend. So in here, I've got, well, I'll tell you what I had. I had about a good, quarter bottle of Old Overholt rye that I'm like, I'm not really going to do anything with it. I had about that much Old Grandad 114 left. So I filled it up as much as I could. Then I topped it off with Old Grandad 80 proof, which to me is probably not a bourbon I'm going to buy again because I like the Bonded and the 114 so much. So why get the 80 proof? So this is the high rye mash bill blend that I did. So, and I love the Old Grandad 114, but it was at that point where it was just not as mellow as it was for the rest of the bottle. Wasn't enjoying it, so I put it in here. And again, the Old Overholt I wasn't going to really do much with. And I was very happy with the results. Yeah. Because with that, you're getting a lot of good corn sweetness. You're getting that nice high rye. It makes, and it's smooth. It makes for a really nice, elegant bourbon just to kick back and enjoy on a cold winter's day like this one. Oh, so there you go. I better put this aside. Maybe use one of my smaller glasses for the other 2. So there you go. So high rye, and I thought it was interesting, instead of just doing infinity bottles and just pouring everything into one thing like that, keeping it with a theme. So that's my high rye mash bill bourbon blend, as it were. I have not checked what the proof is, but it's probably around 100, 95 to 100 proof. based on the ratios. I could get out my hydrometer and check, but eh. This one, I was going to do this video because I enjoy the Poor Man's Pappy that I have. And I started working on a video because one of our subscribers, when I did the Poor Man's Pappy video, said that if you take, I think it was the Maker's Mark Cask Strength, and you mix it with Larceny 92 proof, yeah, you get like the Poor Man's Pappy. But I figured, let me take I had some Maker's 101 left, so I put it in wood chips, like what I'm doing with this Hotel Tango single barrel, which is rather disappointing. Left it in there for a few days, and I mixed it with the Larceny, and it just was not. It wasn't the desired taste that I think I was wanting to go for. So I mixed those together. I had about that much of the Bernheim original wheat whiskey left. Put it in there to add to that wheat sweetness. Topped it off with good old Maker's 90 proof, and I actually like how it came out. So there's my wheated bourbon bottle blend. Yeah. So because I did the wood chips on that Maker's 101, I'm getting a lot of oakiness on that. I'm getting some sweetness. It is a nice alternative to some of the other wheated bourbons I have. It's a little richer in flavor, maybe on par, similar in flavor to Weller 107. But again, I can't really duplicate what I did because of that whole soaking the 101 in the wood chips. But there you go. So that's that. Put this back over here. And then this last one is probably my most interesting carafe that I have. So a few years ago, I did a couple of videos where I took Buffalo Trace and I did the same thing, soaked it in the wood chips for about a week. In another video, I took Weller Special Reserve, soaked it for at least 11 days, trying to make like what a Poor Man's Pappy. And then I took what was left of those bottles, I put it in a empty bottle, and it sat here in my bar for like 2 years. So I figured I needed to do something with it. So get another glass. I figured I should just do something with it. It's just sitting down there. So I took that. So you're getting a regular rye bourbon with a wheated bourbon. So a 4-grain, which on its own tasted really good together. Threw it in here, poured it in here. And I think it came to about this level. And then I kind of experimented. Had a couple of other bottles that were towards empty. I think I had about a quarter bottle. I ended up putting a quarter bottle of George Dickel Black Label Tennessee whiskey in there at 80 proof. I think I took 1 or 2 others, but I can't remember. This is the most complicated bottle or carafe that I have. I may have taken 1 or 2 others and just added to that, but that's what this primarily is. I'm getting butterscotch banana off of that, which is interesting because if you watch my videos, you know I don't get a lot of those scents off the nose. But yeah, I'm getting like butterscotch caramel banana. Oh. That's good. It's sweet and caramelly. It's splendid. That's not something I'm going to play around with and add to. That's good just the way it is. So, just some ideas. Like I said, if you have a little bourbon left in the bottle, you don't know what to do with it, and you don't know really like blending for flavor profiles, I mean, take a little in a glass of a few of those, blend them together, try them and see what you like, and then just dump them all into a bottle. And if you like the flavor, but it's kind of missing something, try something a little bit different, like with this, putting some Tennessee whiskey in there just to kind of sweeten it up, smooth it up a little bit. The rough edges will come out, and I think it's a fun little project. Again, not so much an infinity bottle, but more of a create your own blend, or a CYPB, as it were. Create your perfect bottle. Don't know where I've heard that before. So anyway, we'll let it go at that. Just a fun little thing I wanted to share with you today. So until next time, it's me, David, coming to you from my whiskey den here in Central Ohio. I hope your next pour is your best pour. We'll catch you soon, and thanks for watching. Hey everyone, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe so you can be notified of future videos as they drop. Thanks for watching.